need to, for my safety, the safety of my coworkers, and for them as well, have those same standards of testing. And on top of that, I do have herpes, and that's something that I obviously want to tell someone ahead of time before doing anything sexual with them. I want them to have all the knowledge and have...
Downstairs?
Huh?
Downstairs?
Both, yes.
Okay. Have you told the guy who you've been dating for 4 months?
Mm-hmm.
He knows?
Yeah. But, like, that's the thing. I want those people to be able to know, have the information about herpes, and be able to make an informed decision on what, if they would like to or not. Because
Can I ask you a question? Do you think you got it on set?
Well, I know for a fact that like I said earlier, I got cold sores, HSV1, on my lips and stuff from
when
the
you were, like,
chapstick.
younger
Like, when I was a little, I was in, like, kindergarten.
But
I do think I got it on my vagina because of the porn industry.
Jesus Christ. Let me just say something. The casual nature with which you speak about a permanent venereal disease is crazy to me. Like, this isn't something that goes away. I mean, even the other ones that you get, it's like, oh, you can get a shot, pill, whatever, and it goes away. But, like, this doesn't go away. It's with you forever. Oh, I'm out on an outbreak. I can't give it to people. That, bro, you not having one of these things, these permanent things.
You pose a risk.
And, right, of course, you always pose a risk.
Pose a risk.
And not telling people is insane, nasty work. Mm-hmm. It's actually criminal activity.
Yeah.
Because of how little it's talked about.
Sure.
You know, because we don't test for it, but people don't tell you that.
Why don't they test for it?
And they don't
That's
say, hey,
insane.
I have herpes, I don't have an active outbreak, we're shooting this scene. Your agents don't tell you, directors don't tell you. And when
sometimes people don't even know if they got an active outbreak until something happens.
Actually, outbreak.
Right, like you may have the outbreak and yet you don't see the symptoms yet, but you can transmit it to people. Mm-hmm. And then there are some people who are engaged in pure, unadulterated skullduggery and won't say anything at all.
Right.
Nah, bro, nah. Y'all wicked out here.
Listen.
Young and inexperienced and you don't know the right questions to ask.
I go to jail.
You don't know. And for me personally,
You-
I thought
you're one of
I had a
those.
rip or a cut or something, and a director actually looked and was like, "Oh, you have a herpes outbreak," and I had no idea.
What the? And that's what I'm talking about. You had no idea, and you were out there giving it to other people, and that the director had to look. You're bugging.
I'm fighting.
Can you
I'm
still
going to jail.
be in the industry if you have, like...
Yeah,
so,
you can.
Yes. So they don't test. So the reason why they don't
Wait,
test.
it's not even that, like, even if you don't test, but, like, you said a director saw, and, like, so it's not just you were not disclosing, they know. Do you disclose to the people you shoot with that...
It's not really talked about, but I...
You don't disclose?
What?
You don't tell them? It's like... See, I know. It's like
What?
a really weird thing, right?
Weird. No,
Weird.
That's criminal.
Yeah.
It's criminal. It's
Yeah.
something that... No, it definitely
Literally
is.
criminal.
No, I
Yes,
think
it's criminal.
something-
Right, you're a criminal. You get into crimes.
Like, you know that people are going to
True.
have
So,
STDs.
Oh, I get it. So you're saying that they're taking that, like, they already know.
No, they're not. No, they're not. There's no such thing as I work in this industry, so I just
I know what
accept.
it is.
I accept the risk of you giving me a potentially life-threatening disease. That's not real. That could never be real. That's not real. I'm telling you, it's not.
A chronic disease. Like that's
You go in there. I am a lawyer. You go into this place working, and you catch a disease from somebody who's supposed to be tested, and they're not giving a fuck. Everybody's getting sued. Promise you. What are you talking about? That's the easiest lawsuit I ever heard of. I go in here expecting you to be protecting me by testing all the other people. You don't. Let them go through. You know they got it. I get it. Now I have a permanent thing I got to deal with. Easy lawsuit. You're crazy. Permanent injuries, easy way to pick up money. What are you talking about?
It's not.
I still think that like people have a responsibility to make people aware when they have an active outbreak.
Yeah.
Like I had a scene with a performer and they canceled the same day because they had an active outbreak. And
Nasty.
like no harm, no foul. And
that
again,
happens all the
when
time.
the outbreak is
I mean,
gone.
honestly, it's kind of, like, amazing to me, though, that there are people in the industry, like, once, shouldn't you just be out?
Yeah.
Excised
You should
in
be
the
done.
industry if you have,
This is the world we live in now.
like, if you have HIV, right, you're done, right?
But it's always been
Right,
like this
okay.
in
Shouldn't it
this
be the
industry.
same with herpes?
Well,
I
so
don't think so.
with
I mean,
herpes,
it's not as bad,
It
I
would
guess,
destroy the
but-
industry. That's why they don't do it.
Right.
They would have no
Well,
job.
Right.
It is destroying the
so
industry.
with
The
herpes,
fuck?
it's not always sexually transmitted. Like I had said with the thing about the chapstick, I had that since I was a child, and that had nothing to
That's
do with
irrelevant.
sex.
But
right.
if
I was
Irrelevant.
just about to say
If
that's
your
within the
work
same
is
family,
sex,
but it's
then-
still not
Right,
relevant.
but let me finish. So because it's
Your
not
work is
something
sex, it's
that
sexually
is
transmitted. Shut up.
Inherently sexually transmitted, like.
But it is sexually transmitted.
But I got it from chapstick.
It doesn't
No,
matter.
it's not the same thing as a. Oh my God!
First
Those
of-
are two different types of herpes. They're within the same family, but they are herpes nonetheless. So she's wild.
It doesn't even matter whether it can be transmitted another way. It is, in fact, one of the ways that it's transmitted is sexual. Therefore, it's a
Right.
sexually transmitted disease. How hard is that to understand? It doesn't have to only be sexual. You can transmit it sexually. Therefore, you have to disclose to the people you're having sex with. Are you drunk?
You have the virus herpes 1, then you have herpes virus 2. There's two separate types of herpes. They're within the same family, but they're not the same exactly. So stop it. That's bullshit. She's just trying to use it as an excuse.
Types of herpes on your vaginas from sex.
Yeah, but
Not
I had
chapstick.
herpes before I ever had it.
But
on
you would have
my
never
genitals.
gotten it to get on your genitals.
Right.
So that's
Right.
Crackhead logic. It doesn't matter what you're even saying, bitch. You have herpes. Stop it.
About having unprotected sex with
Wait,
a
so you're
alien
saying-
who has
but
herpes.
You're saying you can give
And
yourself
vaginal
types
herpes
of
is
on your vagina
a
from
different
your mouth?
degree
No,
of
but
how
you
it
can't give
outbreaks
yourself
than
the
it is on your
one
lips.
genitals.
Is the argument that you're saying because there are other vectors with which you can get herpes, because of that, it's not as...
No, so the reason
Bitch
why
is
it
drunk,
doesn't
bruh.
test for
She's
it-
drunk.
And the thing is, with herpes simplex 1, you can get it and it can never come back again, ever. And then sometimes it might show up again. But with herpes simplex 2, there are so many different types of ways that it can actually be active and reactivate, especially one of them being drinking alcohol, having sex with a partner, and aggressive. Like, there's so many, it's different.
She's
yes, it's
drunk.
within the same family, but it's different.
She's drunk.
When they were deciding whether or not they were going to test for HSV, one, the testing is hard and it's not wildly accurate. Most places will test
That is
if
true.
you
Several
have an
times.
outbreak, they will swab it. But if you don't have an active outbreak, a lot of places won't even test you.
But,
That's true.
but you're
But
telling
you
me
know you have
that
it, though.
You confirmed. I don't know, did you take a test?
You know you have it, though. That's the difference. And you're not telling people.
Because, I mean, it's pretty, like, the outbreak, whatever. You know you have it. Molly says that she was about to do a scene with a guy who knows he has it, who had an outbreak, so he canceled the scene. I suppose that's nice of him. It's shocking to me that you would continue working in the
Industry.
adult industry, risking other men and women. But
Yeah,
but
that's
so
crazy.
When did you became you got herpes? How far into the industry? Your first year in?
Yeah.
First month?
No, I think...
First couple months?
Just go in
I
there.
started
Life
right
ruined.
Before COVID, though, so it was like I started in
That's
January, and
crazy.
then COVID happened
Life
in March,
ruined.
and then I would say I found out maybe around July or August.
So in the 6-month period after starting adult work, you got genital herpes.
Yes.
In the 6-month period, since you started working in the adult industry, you got an incurable venereal disease. Good.
And you've continued working for another period of 3.5 years, right? You said you've
Right.
been working a total of 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so it's just in the industry, if you have a confirmed case, that doesn't bar you from shooting?
It's people don't shoot when they have active outbreaks, but like I was saying,
Give a
the
fuck
reason
what's
why they
active?
didn't add in HSV testing is because the tests aren't necessarily accurate, and if
But
they
it's-
did
don't
that,
worry
they
about
would
the
have to
testing.
Yeah, that's not what he asked.
Don't worry
Let me
about-
finish.
don't-
But they would
What
have
he
to.
said that.
Hold on. Don't worry about the testing. You have a 100% confirmed case of herpes. You need not be tested.
Right.
Right.
You have herpes.
You have it.
You are shooting scenes with men, women.
Like,
Yes.
we,
Do you not
like
have,
she's
like,
talking about.
aside
She
from-
harping on the testing. We don't
Do you
care.
not have a
Right.
concern about
Their
continuing
well-being?
to spread this disease?
Right.
Well, I would never work with an active outbreak of blister.
But
That's,
okay,
You
but
can-
before like a full blown outbreak, there's like a it's like
Yeah.
a
it's called
pre-
shedding.
Yeah, you're shedding before, so you could do a scene when you're shedding
I mean,
or afterwards.
for me personally, I can tell when I'm going to get an outbreak, and I just won't work. But
No, you.
Well, it's
No,
clear,
you
though.
can't.
I mean, within 6 months of starting in the industry, you
didn't know.
got it. So it's
Right.
clear that the women or the men in this industry are not like even
Fully
if you're
equipped to tell you
not having sex
an
during an active
active
outbreak.
Right. You can
you
still risk
are-
giving it.
There is a very low chance that it is.
Oh, a very low chance. Bitch, you're a very low chance to give somebody a permanent venereal disease, and that's just cool. You're crazy. Like, you're insane. This is maniacal. This is mania.
Give it to
like,
the wrong person, it's
these
over for y'all. I'm telling you.
People will, let me tell you something, yeah. People will delete you off this earth for giving them an incurable venereal disease. I'm just telling, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just
give
telling
it to
you.
the wrong person.
Don't do that.
Because listen.
That's crazy to me. That's crazy. And talking about, oh, well, if I don't got an active outbreak yet, and before, you're not a machine, fam. So when you notice you have an outbreak or having an active outbreak is when your body starts showing symptoms that you were able to identify.
Right.
However, what's going on inside your body starts happening before you feel the symptoms.
Yep.
So if you shoot a scene in that interim, I'll give you that that's a short period, but especially if you're really attuned to yourself and be able to figure out that you have an outbreak, whatever you're talking about, bitch. But that little time period is enough to give somebody the thing.
Right.
What's wrong with you?
Like a common cold, it takes about 3 days to actually
Right.
produce that
You have that
actual
motherfucker
symptoms.
before you
Before
you ever sniffle once.
Right. So it's just like, wait, what?
Like even with the COVID. It's the same thing. You have that motherfucker before you show a single cough.
Yep.
That's just what it is.
Yep.
That's how science works.
Yep.
So like, bitch, don't say that. Like, you out here giving shit to people right now.
Transmissible, yeah.
You got it within 6 months of working in the industry.
Bomboclad.
That's low.
Hey.
You're taking that chance to give it to other people without disclosing them. Why do you think that's right?
I never said that.
No, but
You
doing
did.
it, so why are you doing it?
Because it's my fucking job, girl. I got bills to pay. Are you gonna pay my
So
bills?
it's just right to just give people a disease?
No, and I never said that.
You are doing it.
Job.
I hope they sue you.
She's not giving people disease.
She's taking the
Wait,
active
give you
precaution.
Wait,
No,
question.
I don't have herpes.
Taking active precautions, let me tell you something. That doesn't relieve your negligence for giving someone a permanent venereal disease. Lawyer, no. Fuck no. That may reduce your damages, but you're still at fault. Don't play. There's no way. You gave that shit to me. It's your fault. There's no, oh, I took sufficient steps, so the fact that you got it is not my fault. It's still your fault.
Like, let's be for real. These medications do not cure. They just help you manage in order for you to live a life. So therefore, I don't know how well you're managing your life. So therefore, I don't want your disease to come onto me because now I gotta manage that shit.
Nasty bitch.
For the rest of my life.
Unless the person gives you informed consent that they agree that they
know
they could get herpes. You don't have an active outbreak and you're like, and y'all agree. Then he can't sue you. But you gonna just predatorily give people a venereal disease, and then they're supposed to do what? Shorty's absolutely right. I hope they sue you and beat your ass. What you talking about?
Lord have mercy.
You guys all fucked, right?
You guys said you guys all fucked.
Wait, can you?
Raymond DT donated $69. I am not a lawyer, but for the record, knowing you have an STD/STI and not informing a partner about it and then proceeding to have sex with them anyway is considered sexual battering.
There it is.
Please see California Penal Code section 243.4.
Not that hard.
Thank you,
So
Raven.
congratulations.
And that's just the penal code, as in you go to jail. You go to jail for that. That's a crime. But even if whatever state you're in doesn't have that penal code, where somehow there's not a specific statute for that. First of all, I'm sure you could fit it in the HIV statute, because I know they got them for that. And second of all, I'll sue you in civil court. I don't need a statute for that, motherfucker. You wronged me, motherfucker.
Right.
Fuck out of here. That's a tort,
You committed
bitch.
sexual battery, and you're not going to convince anybody else that it's your. Oh, but according to me, but when I do it, no, it's wrong. Either way.
Right.
Bye.
Not disclose to. Let's say you're.
Sure, he's a
I
nut.
like her. She said, I don't care what you say.
Yeah, she boomed it
I
down
like
because
that.
Shorty's crazy, fam.
You see,
If they ask, for sure. But it's
If they ask.
nobody ever
That's what
asks.
disclosing means. Disclosing means you don't have to ask. It means you disclose the information without the other party asking.
My God.
Hold on.
Donated $69. There are multiple court cases involving $1 million settlements
Yep.
for genital herpes transmissions without disclosure.
There it is.
70% of cases spread through asymptomatic viral shedding, no symptoms.
Yep.
A Western blot test is very accurate. Layla and Molly take the test.
I've taken the herpes test and I have herpes, so. Same as well. I took it right out. I got out of porn, so.
Well, when was your last shoot?
No, I don't have herpes. But I took my test, and that was like.
Bond donated 69.
You see?
That's so funny. So when all these partiers that go out to clubs and something is slipped into their drink, oh, they didn't ask, so they didn't have to know, right?
Right, so it's good, right? It don't matter, right?
Same freaking thing.
Yeah,
Are you
literally.
kidding?
That's why they put it in the category of sexual battery, because you're
Right.
literally doing something to me against my consent. Like,
so when somebody slips something into somebody's drink at a party, they didn't ask, right? It's above me because they didn't ask, right?
get this shit out of here, bro. This is
They
absolutely
need
nasty
consent.
work. They need jail, is what they need. This bitch done admitted to doing
That's
crimes.
crazy.
Fucking take her away. Garbage.